Okay, well, I'm not a wrestler, okay? Never wrestled a day in my life, but something that wrestlers do is they take the back. Like jiu-jitsu guys also like to take the back. So there's certain things in wrestling that I like. Can you just like sit on me, face me, buddy, face me? So there's like switches and back takes that they'll do from different positions here, and you can turn around and switch the game and turn it on to people. There's switches where I can accomplish the technique where we're both facing the same direction, and then there's switches that are where I'm facing forward and I'm facing him. And so when I started to get exposed to that, I was like, oh snap, all these ones that are where we're facing forward is the guard to me in jiu-jitsu, right? I want to break down a switch like super easy for the guys who've never seen one first. So I'm going to lay here in like an open lazy half guard, okay? My arm needs to reach over and then underneath his thigh like this and cup his thigh, all right? And then I'm going to scoot away first. I'm not going to scoot towards Donnie because this would keep me in his body lock. Even if Donnie does have his hands connected, this will also be something for you to know to get someone to break the grip, right? I want to go away, so I'm going this way. I'm scooting out like that. That's one thing that you got to really understand is like I'm scooting away first, okay? So I'm over his head, under the leg, and I'm like this. I scoot to the side. When his arm grip breaks, now I gotta put like that omoplata type pressure on his shoulder so that he starts to hit to the mat like this. He let go of his arm, probably because he's old, but like it won't always strip their grip when you put pressure on the shoulder, okay? You can throw your hook in at this certain point. If you need to, you can push this wrist. I really don't get caught up on that too much. I just start scooting out like this, and now I can come up and take his back. Sometimes, yes, I can land with his arm trapped. There's all kinds of cool stuff there. Okay, so I have my leg in an open lazy half guard. I reach over and I come underneath. I start to hip escape away, and then I'm gonna lay back. And I wanna put this shoulder pressure on him and throw the hook. And I call it the Marcelo sit-up, but Marcelo Garcia, when he started doing single legs, he sits up like this with that leg power momentum, you know? So that's how I like to sit up. I come up like this, and I'm on top. Okay, and now I have one leg ridden. I try and grab that far side hip. You can take him like regular seatbelt. I like to put this hand hook in, and in Portuguese it's called espalhar o frango. It means spread the chicken, right? Belly out in what you call it? Yeah, I don't want to belly up too much, right? So you can like take the back however you want, right? So once you get that down, like say we're in full guard, right? And it's like you could teach this to beginners. Hands are on the mat, you know, we got this drill that we do. All I gotta do is get open over and inside. Now I have the technique. I'm in closed guard here, so I don't have this leg in half guard yet, but I can straighten it out, he'll run into it, so I'm like this, and I can either chop through it and it'll end up becoming a hook, okay? Or it gets stuck out there, it's fine, and I can leave it across like this. I do like to get it in half guard because sometimes Donnie will grab my foot with that left arm, like this, and trying to stop me from coming up, you know, like pull it up to your hip, Donnie. Yeah, so he'll try and jerk like that sometimes if, you know, he has the opportunity to. I'd say that's like 1 out of 100 once you get good here. But now watch how, when I do this, I'm gonna move my right leg. So now watch my right leg when I do the bump sweep. So I'm not just gonna come up to my butt, I'm planting my feet and I'm elevating my hips to do the bump sweep. But my right foot will move, look, and I'll come to the inside. So now my right leg moves, I apply the shoulder pressure back. I can't stress that enough about the shoulder pressure. If I stay up like this, can you limp arm out or move? Yeah, he's gonna end up on top. So I have to have that pressure done the whole time. Again, we start here super basic, don't even worry about the guard yet. Start here super basic, I'm gonna reach over and under, lay back, put that shoulder pressure to him on the ground. I use that leg to come up and I'm here. All right. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right, so then if we do it from the full guard instead of just half guard, once you guys start to get hit to it, then you can leave your leg out and make it like a bar for him to trip and run over, or you could try and swivel your foot on this entrance. Watch my left leg, I come up, boom, inside, see that? Lay that pressure down, I'm here, I'm on top. Maybe for the MMA guys, the wrist controlling, thumping fools, taking the back however you want. Does that basic switch make sense to you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good to see it again?
It's good.
Like I like to show that super loose open version from half guard. Once you guys start getting it, then you can do it from everywhere. The reason I wanted to show this too though, and not just here, but I teach it at seminars, is because I've been doing this for a long time. Donnie's my personal black, he's my second black belt out of 14, so he's seen me do this a million times. But with the rise of ADCC and the combination of wrestling and jiu-jitsu right now in the Nogi world, everyone's all about that, right? And then everyone's also all about body lock passing. And everything that we do, not everything, but the majority of things I found in body locking, when people are here, is to try and break the body lock. You know, like, so that's not really doing what I'd rather start doing this than, you know what I'm saying? So when you just break the body lock, you sit up, when you just break the body lock, you're just on bottom half guard. As a matter of fact, if I do break the body lock and say I rub the, you know, the arms right, he's still got a tight hip waist. He's freaking, I didn't do much. You know what I'm saying? So when I trained, thank you sir, when I trained with Drysdale once, well not once, but like a week at a time, I stayed at his house, he had like this thing where he taught me like from one scale to one side of the scale to the other. You know, like you want to escape a submission, or do you want to escape the submission and gain dominant position? You want to escape a position and gain dominant position with your own sub, right? Like, so like there's the weak side of it, and then there's the best side of every technique you could use. Well, for me, when it comes to the body lock game that's becoming popular right now, when I analyze it and go, what's the best thing that I can do to fire back? For me, it's the switch, because everything else is just getting rid of the body lock. But it's not advancing my position, it's not submitting him, it's not getting on top. If you guys have some other things that can do any of that versus the body lock, then I would like to know that next. But this is what I'm really finding, and I think also because of the advancement of wrestling, it's going to become more popular than it is right now. Mark my words, in a year or two, we're probably going to start to see the switch happen a lot more versus the body lock passing. Especially because it's so there in the guard. You know, we're in butterfly guard. I'm here, just don't forget this. You can't compress that leg, okay? I'm in the butterfly guard. The guy's trying to body lock pass. You pull your leg out, I'm starting to go. Like, it's right there. So you're gonna start to see it once you drill this. You'll see it in your own game. It's gonna come up a lot. But anyways, that's the reason behind it, okay? Ready, set.